part 3 of this kind of a small wardrobe, you guys. It's only about 30 inches wide, and not even 6, what is it, like 5.5 feet tall, you think, Matt? 5.5?
5'8", 5'9".
Yeah.
It's
So
anywhere between 5 foot and 6 foot.
put this finish on it last night with the water lily. What? With the water lily, and got it standing up tonight, so you can see that the blue added a really warm look. Now I know it looks really gray kind of here in the screen, but in person, do you think it looks gray in person? Can you tell it has a blue tint, Matt?
You can tell it has a blue tint, but I can see where on the video it looks gray.
Yeah, no, it ended up with some really good texture. We sprayed it on last night. You guys, if you missed that, you can go back to yesterday where we had it lying down, and I actually sprayed the water lily on. It kind of looks smoky. Yeah, you're right, it does. Let me show you the top part really quickly. We're gonna paint flowers tonight. So I'm gonna show you the top. And we did that live for you yesterday. And we're back for part 3. So let's work on the flowers. Now, I'm planning on doing some large blooms, and I don't necessarily have, hi everybody, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you, I appreciate you. Had so many people message me and say, are you going on tonight? So I appreciate you. It's no pressure, no pressure. I don't really have a particular bloom in mind. I've just been seeing a lot of the wallpaper on Pinterest and some of my favorite catalogs that have a black background, and there's a lot of texture, a lot of distressed, and then there are really large blooms that are white and pink and fuchsia and red, and that's what I want to go with. So I'm planning on starting with some large green vines, leaves, however you want to say. I don't really know how this is going to go. I'm a little bit nervous, I'll be honest with you, because I want to do a really good job. I'm probably going to end up wrapping it on both sides as well, but for tonight, we're just kind of going to get it started. So I am going to get my large brush. This is a 6-inch VIP from Paint Pixie. Now I'm going to get my colors. I have all my colors. I have white, I have Monet's Garden, and then I have Aviary, which is a color, also a new color from DIY. It's actually Jamie Ray Vintage's color, her favorite green that she picked out, and I haven't used it yet, so I'm going to do it right now. Like I said, I'm going to load my brush with more than one color. I'm going to have it wet just by spraying the brush a little bit. So my colors will blend even better when I go to load my brush onto the tray. All right, you guys, just bear with me. Oh, and Matt's here, so if you have any questions, go for it.
A lot of hellos and howdies.
Hi,
and
happy Sunday.
highs and that kind of cool stuff.
Awesome. Need more. I need more paint on the brush, you guys.
What's the background color from Watkins?
The background?
Background color was...
It was black. And then
black.
I put a periwinkle on it last night.
Sprayed a periwinkle?
Sprayed like a like a wash. This paint does not want to come off this brush. What is the deal?
They're giving you a lot of encouragement. You just gotta trust the process.
Trust the process. I told you guys I'm a little bit nervous because I want this to be really beautiful. You know when you have something in your head and you just want it to translate into your hands? I'm like, man, it's in my head. It looks really pretty. So let's hope. And this is just some background. Making sure we get a lot of texture along the background. I'm going to have a really large bloom. it will end up looking more vintage. I want it kind of heavily distressed. That's the wallpaper that I'm envisioning is real heavily distressed. And I will wrap it. I think I'm gonna definitely wrap it over here on this side.
Is it a little harder doing that scale?
I think so.
Have you ever tried a scale that big
This
before?
is probably the biggest I've ever done. I mean, I've done about half of this, but this is really large.
This is from Grand Grammy 2 on YouTube. When
Hi.
you paint the doors shut that also overlay each other, do you go back to paint the inside part that didn't get painted?
Yeah, I do. I'm real picky about what I buy though. I don't typically buy pieces when there's an overlay. I'm pretty intentional about what I pick. I like everything to be flush. Like how this one's flush. If the cabinets overlay the base of the piece, I'll be honest with you, I very, very rarely buy a piece like that. It's just harder for me to work with.
Jasmine Smith says, I have been wanting to practice painting flowers. Thanks for being so inspirational and helping and giving me the courage to open my vault.
Oh, yes, open up the vaults. That's right. Just playing around with this. I was talking to everybody this month, Matt, about open the vault. There's a creative vault that sometimes gets closed, especially in January. January can be so hard after the holidays are over. Okay, I need to get down lower here, and I don't know if everybody can see the bloom on the bottom.
Catherine Miles on Facebook, she says, so far looks amazeballs.
Amazeballs, thank you. And you'll see, I just needed to be down here lower. So I added the water lily because I wanted the background not to just be solid black. I wanted it to have a texture. I'm actually going to end up using my sanding sponge too to really distress it even more up there.
Okay, this is, I'm not quite sure how this makes sense. Okay, Christy Cook on YouTube
Hi, Christy Cook on YouTube.
says, Matt, I'm having trouble getting things done in the connection group. I'm in my salon Friday at lunch and probably need to be involved in the live. How are you pushing your creativity? Is that towards me?
How am I pushing the creative connection?
I'm not sure.
So you're in my creative connection already? Ask her. Or I guess
You
I
just
just did.
did.
I just did. Sorry. So you're already in the creative connection, but you're in the salon. So everything that I do is on replay. All you have to do is just go into the group and watch the most recent videos to catch all the trainings. Nothing's ever deleted, so you just watch everything on your own time, on your own, whenever you're home and you get a day off, or anything like that.
And Lisa Thompson-Dixon, what colors are you using right now?
I have vintage linen, I have Monet's Garden, and I have Aviary.
Tasha Watkins on YouTube.
Hi, Tasha.
Love that you paint carefree without needing to sketch it out. That's my downfall. I don't trust myself to do this, but I am gaining the confidence watching you do so. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I have found there's no point for me to sketch. I don't follow sketches anyway. As soon as I get started, I end up doing what I want. So just keep going.
Terry Brewer on Facebook.
Hey, Terry.
Have you ever painted giant sunflowers on your pieces?
No, I'm not really a sunflower man.
Woman.
Woman. No, I haven't. This is the largest thing I've probably ever painted, and it's supposed to be just, you know, one part of a bloom. I love sunflowers the way they look, but I'm not into having them on the furniture.
Now we got Gavin showed up tonight.
What's up, Gavin? And I could just be intimidated by the sunflower because it's so incredibly gorgeous. I might just be too scared. Okay. A lot of that's going to be covered up anyway. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Like I said, I'm going to end up kind of taking this and wrapping it over on this side. I know you can't see that, but let me at least unload what's on my brush.
Linda Hart Mullen says, hello, Dionne.
Hi! How are you?
And how long do you think before you get it the way you want? I mean, is it you start on it and then you get going and then it's like you change it, or how often do you tend to work on things before you just stop?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, you have a vision in your head, right?
Yeah, I just keep going till I love it. I just keep going till I love it. I'm going to distress a whole lot of this back. That's the beauty also of DIY paint. I can really pull a lot of it back. Okay, now I'm getting more nervous again.
Burrell Watkins
Hi, Burrell Watkins.
wants to know what the background color was. We started with a black base, and then you did a periwinkle in a spray bottle. Is that correct?
Yeah, water lily.
And then used a brayer to give the texture.
Yes. You got it, Woods. Okay, and then where's my white? No. Oh, right next to my leg. It's right next to your leg. All right, so now let's get some blooms on here. I will be honest with you. I was really hoping I could do something that resembled a peony. I don't know if I can do it. I just don't. Because it's such large scale and I don't have as much control over it. And so I was going to kind of do a big peony and then like a smaller one over here. I don't know.
Susan Schilberg says, why nervous? It's just paint.
I know, Susie, but there's people looking.
Pretty Little Wife showed up today. Martin Rook. And Alice joined us again today.
Hi, Alice. Hi, everybody.
Janice Lowe joined us. Rebecca Roy. Yes, Rebecca, I'll be painting flowers and butterflies before you know it.
First time to use this brush I got in Paris too. Somebody's hair keeps getting on everything.
Gavin has a good idea. He says, I have an idea. I think it'd be cool if you sell your paintings on a poster or paper, and then people can Mod Podge glue them on furniture like big sticker transfers. That's a good idea, Gavin.
I actually have printed my artwork on paper before, and I've used that on some of my own makeovers. I've actually put my own paper on, my own artwork. So that is a great and fun idea. I love that, Gavin. Thank you.
Creative Living asks, how proud of your wife are you?
Oh, Matthew.
Well, that's hard to explain.
He's hard with feelings, guys.
hard to put, 10 years into a couple
10
sentences.
years.
Well, you've been doing something along this line for 10 years.
You mean business-wise?
Yeah, just exploring and trying to figure out what you want to do.
There were times you weren't as patient with me as you are now.
It's hard. It's a hard thing from a different perspective, but you just gotta stick with it. But I'm very, very proud of her. She does a lot of good to a lot of people, and that's not everybody can do that. So it's really cool. Robert Gloria, Dionne, have you used the new tarnished pearl formula?
Yeah.
And how does it compare to white swan?
It's way creamier. I love it. I love it. Like this right here is vintage linen that I'm using, this white. And so it was really good to have something in between vintage linen and crinoline. So it's really good. You know what? I don't usually go towards white swan. I'm either a beadboard or a vintage linen person. Isn't that funny how we all go towards different ones? So I like the tarnished pearl, the new formula. I really do. Okay, so
I hope I say this right. Pharrell Watkins thought I was your son.
oh really?
Yeah, he goes, oh wow, I just thought Matt was your son. I'm totally impressed at your hubby helping out.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah, I guess maybe I need to talk deeper.
No, you have a deep voice
I have a deep
already.
voice, okay, all right.
You're good. No, you know what? I'll be honest with you. There's not a chance in the world that my kids would help me with this. I would have to pay them so much money to do this kind of stuff that Matt helps me with. They are totally camera shy. Guys, I'm just playing around. I'm sorry, I'm looking at it on the camera. Can y'all see okay? Do they need me to move the camera?
No, it's got a good picture.
Okay, all right. So I'm planning on putting another one right up in here, a smaller one. And then have some more little stems of little round blooms as well that haven't quite opened.
Aaron Jackson, I think it's Reyes.
Reyes?
She asked, we did video how she did the base coat.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we sure did.
And that is on Facebook and YouTube, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So Mama H on Facebook, YouTube. Dionne, will you do the entire flower with a brush, or will you also use finger brayer knife for added depth? Just wondering about the process.
I am probably going to end up using a little bit of a palette knife. But no fingers probably, or the brayer. But I will definitely end up using a palette knife to add in some textures.
So you're just creating depth and layers right now, right?
Uh-huh. Petals. Peonies have so many petals.
40 Mary Jo says your work is beautiful.
Thank you. This is totally new for me. I appreciate it.
They're watching you do something you haven't done before.
Yeah, I haven't done this before.
That's why you're a little nervous.
I know it is. I'm totally nervous.
Robert Gloria, how's the new brush working for you?
Great. I probably
should have, I mean, I wanted the big blooms, but now I'm gonna have to get some small, probably need to get the dusty in here a little bit. Which is the 3-inch, because the 6, this one's 8, and it's a little bit too large, but it's really nice for the base of the blooms and stuff.
It's hard stepping out of that box, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But I'm here for it. It's just paint. Just kind of let all that set up a little bit so I can keep coming in with more layers, okay? Hi, Abby. I see you under the door. Okay, so I actually want to grab a little bit of red to deepen the center there. Okay, that did not come out. You're so quiet, Matthew. Is nobody here?
No, they're here. They're doing, you know, what great audiences do, talking amongst themselves,
Okay.
giving encouragement, and
Okay, that's
I mean
fine.
they're just a great group of men and women who
Okay,
give a lot of good encouragement.
okay, cool. All right, I'm getting more colors out, guys. I actually grabbed my marquee red because I want something even deeper, and a little faded burlap. I'm going to add in a couple of more colors for even more layer, and then I'm going to grab a smaller brush.
Lisa Thompson-Dixon, this is looking so beautiful with the big flower. It has a Hawaiian tropical feel to it.
That tends to be how I end up looking, whether I want to or not. Now I'm going to actually pull up another flower up here, but I have this beautiful wallpaper in my mind, and it's my inspiration. Of course I can't do it, you know, just like the wallpaper, but it is my inspiration. Okay, so this is going to be a little marquee red here.
Catherine Miles, she has a question. Did you say this is the Paris brush or Paint Pixie brush?
This was even larger. This was 8 inches. It's from Paris. This is the Paint Pixie, the VIP. So you can see the difference. I'm using them both.
Creative Living, can you remember the first flower you painted on furniture? What was it, and how happy were you with it?
Huh. I probably was pretty critical of myself, but I don't remember the exact flower. I probably just, I can remember playing around with flowers, but not necessarily giving the flower a name. Probably, I think I'm a big fan of roses, and so I was doing some abstract roses on furniture when I first started, and I was actually finger painting them first, before I did anything else.
Is Gavin gets to paint a chair? Is that right?
Yes.
You know about this? Who's
Yes.
he going to be painting with?
Well, his neighbor has hired him to do a chair, or is it a chair?
Okay, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I thought he said a chair.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
trying to find it.
He has his first
Yeah,
custom.
paint a chair for someone that lives near him.
Yes, he has his first custom job.
That's awesome, Gavin. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
No, I think he told the gentleman that he would get it really soon, and the gentleman told him to take a while. It's okay, you can take at least a week.
Nice, that's good. That's awesome. And Rita Young, and what do you wash your brushes with?
I use the Paint Pixie soap, the charcoal soap that Paint Pixie offers. I love the smell of it. And it's an all-natural product, which works well for the paint and the way that I like to use all-natural products. Soaps and cleaners and stuff in the house. Guys, you can tell I'm just going to keep messing with it, can't you?
That looks really good, honey.
It does?
It's from where you started to where it's going, and I know it's just going to get better. It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's
Well, it's-
well, the light is so bright, and I'm looking so far that I'm now there were comments in the way, and so I couldn't see. Okay, so I need to just start on this next one up here. So let's just let this girl like sit here, and maybe she'll get better. Actually, I have something I need to do really quick.
Yes, Wendy, I do clean the brushes, and sometimes our son, both of our kids get to wash the brushes. when they're in trouble, they get to wash them.
Yep. Wash the brushes, kiddos.
Rainbow 505 joined here. She came on today.
Thank you for being here. Hang on, I gotta do this before I go up to the next one.
Susan Chilbert says, young teenager. Just can't let it go, can you?
No, I said, hang on, I need to do this real quick.
Catherine Miles says, I love the Pink Pixie soap. I even use it on my legs and makeup brush.
Yeah, it's really good for your body too. It's really good for acne, and the charcoal's really nice.
Oh, Jasmine, thank you so much.
What?
She gave us a little bit of money
Oh.
going towards our audio video.
Jasmine, that's so nice. Thank you so much.
She wrote, loving it, so brave, trying something new. Here's to the new camera set. Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Thank you so much.
Wendy Miller, is this for sale, sold, or yours?
For sale. Not sold, not for me, for sale.
Looks like. I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce his name.
It's alright.
Tarnia Manning? I wouldn't trust my kids to wash my brushes. I guard them with my life.
Well, since I'm here, most of the time I can go right back behind them and make sure they were done right. So I totally understand what you mean. I used to be that way, and then I decided I despise washing brushes, so I've had to compromise.
Beauty Luscious is on here.
Hi, Beauty Luscious. Okay.
Oh, I got it right. I pronounced it right.
Oh, honey,
I'm telling you, I'm getting better at this.
you are.
Getting better. I apologize if I mess up names or if I don't get to a question, I apologize. I'm trying to read a bunch, so.
Plus, you were told that you were.
I mean, that's part of my job.
Yeah, that's right, kiddo. Okay, I gotta go up to the next one. I know.
Leave it alone.
Walk away!
It's looking really good though.
Are you just being nice?
No, I mean, let's be honest. From where you started to where it's at.
Well, where I started was with no flour.
I know. That's my point. She said I was excellent. Most people don't even get it right the first time, honey. I got it right the first time. What?
Atta boy. Atta boy.
Beauty Luscious says a hydrangea would be pretty. Wendy Moore, would she like to know when the new video is coming out?
Okay, well, we'll have to ask Matt about that.
Well, we decided at this point to do one a month. We may do more. It's just time is really hard with the kids and their activities, but
No excuses, Woods.
yeah, we're working on it. We're kind of feeling our way through it right now, but for sure we're gonna have one drop first of the month.
We have it all lined out. We know what we're doing. We just have to have the time to put it together. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got.
Let me get some more green on my. Let me get some more green, you guys. Because I'm going to add a little bit of a stem, and then I'm going to have a really kind of a small peony right here. Not quite as big.
Anne.
Hi, Anne.
She said she's on Facebook. She said, "Love your videos, Dionne. Thank you for sharing your talent with us. I am finishing a desk out with Big Top in it, and it is a bit shiny, so I put wax over the top.
Okay.
Wondering if I should have lightly sanded the Big Top first."
Not necessary at all. Nope, you're good. Oops. I just think I just got paint on me.
Where?
Or her.
No, you look good.
Okay. What's the worst thing? Who cares?
Catherine Miles, what video are they did? I missed something?
No, we so we did a video together for the new Water Girl, right? And we have plans to do a new video every month. And there will definitely be a little bit of comedy involved because
just fun videos that relate to painting and life and
yeah,
all kinds of cool stuff.
just a little bit easier to do it if we get to be real relaxed and try to have fun with it. And the odds of me getting help are more likely if there can be silliness in it. Right, Matt?
Yes. let's want to watch a video. We want try to make it entertaining, funny at least, anyway. Paige Williamson Anderson, my water girl just arrived.
Hey, thank you so much, Paige.
Let us know if you enjoy using it. Pretty Little Rod says it's needed, the comic relief that is. I try to provide that on a daily basis around here.
Oh, you do, for sure.
Sometimes my family doesn't get my humor though.
Well, you're not always funny.
I think I'm always funny.
I know you do. It's alright. I think I'm funny sometimes. And the boys often remind me, not so much, Mama.
I mean, we're not funny at all when it comes to our boys.
No, we're just dumb.
We're just the parents. So, is this gonna be the same style of flower?
It's a peony, honey.
I don't know what that is, honey.
It's the same style, honey. This is just the background.
Okay, gotcha.
I just gotta get some color on here and some depth.
Tanya Lynn says congratulations on the sale of your ladies.
Oh, thank you. I have, I've got 2 more left. Which is interesting, because my favorite one has not sold. But maybe that means that I get to keep her. Okay, so I'm going to set the green back down because I'll come back to that green. Now I have, this is what my board looks like, you guys. I've got 5 colors on here. Dawn is questioning peonies, as in this does not look anything like a peony. Is that what you mean, Dionne? Dawn? I don't know if that's what she means, but you know, this is the first time I've done this. Or maybe I said it wrong. Maybe that's what it was.
Pass forward. Which one is your favorite? Of the ladies that you had done.
The party. She's wearing a yellow dress. That's my favorite one. Okay. Red. No. Pink. Hang in there, guys. I am I'm reloading my tray for paint. And I'm using Kissing Booth, Petticoat Pink, and Vintage Linen. And then I need to kind of let that dry a little bit.
Dawn says, no, I'm happy and excited to see it.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you were like, hey girl, that's not a peony.
Well, I mean, that happens sometimes.
I was going to say, that's all right.
It
Let's
happens.
call it whatever we want.
Jasmine Smith, she says she in caps. Now, this is in caps, honey.
Okay.
All
Is she
right.
yelling at me?
I would. She says, I can't wait to get my hands on this DIY paint. Falling more in love with this paint every time I watch you or Debbie paint.
Oh, you know, it's nothing like I've ever used before. I started using chalk paint and I had used 3 or 4 different ones. And then I got a hold of this stuff. Actually, Debbie had asked me, she sent me a message and asked before, she introduced herself and asked if she could send me some paint to try. And at the time I said, no, thank you. Because I had plenty of other paint and I had a whole cabinet full and people had started sending me a little bit. And I just thought, well, I don't need to waste her paint. And, you know, so no, I'm good. And then she gave me a little time and she messaged me back and said, how about now? And I said, okay, well, I didn't want to be rude. I was like, all right, sure.
So she sent me some, and she sent me Cowgirl Coral, Bohemian Blue. Actually, I only asked for those 2 colors. They ended up sending me a lot more than that, which was so generous. And it was different. It was a paint that helped me feel more like an artist, which that's exactly, isn't that what we all want? Because of the way that it blended. There's no latex, which was also important to me because so I could paint in the house. That was really important to me without bothering any of the kids' allergies.
Rita Young, I'm so excited. As of the delivery of date tomorrow, I'll have almost all the DIY paints, and then the next order will be all the brushes and brayer, and then the spray bottle.
Oh my gosh, Rita, you are so incredible. Thank you so much for all of that love. And thanks for watching and paying attention. I can't wait for you to get your hands on it too. Okay, where is the, I thought I grabbed,
We need.
I'll get it, I'm closer. I need another, I want to do another a smaller brush, and my smaller Dusty already just has green on it. So this is so fun right here. Like, this is making me super happy right now. Look at all these colors.
You kind of froze up on the YouTube.
That's because my phone is about to die.
You need to plug it in?
Well, we have about 10%.
Oh, there you are. You're back. You're freezing up.
I only have 10% on, both of them are at 10% woods. So keep in mind, all of this is going to be distressed. We're going to be putting wax over it. So it's not going to be really bright and bold. There's going to have a lot of texture to it. And we're going to antique it just a little bit because I don't like anything looking brand new. That just can't happen. It can't happen. So we've got to bring this stem back in here too. Okay.
Chantel on YouTube, did you use a reference photo as inspiration for your flowers?
No, I did look at some wallpaper, which is what my inspiration is for this design with the black background, but I really couldn't find this scale of peony. They're all pretty small. And anyway, no, I tried, but I got nothing. I ended up with nothing.
And Alice would like to know which wax would you be using on this?
Alice, that's a great question. I will probably be using clear with a little bit of white and mostly, gosh, I'll probably use some black wax. I know that makes everybody go, what? But yeah, I probably will use some black wax.
Robin Jefferson?
And
Is the flower going to be on a stem?
yeah, I made the stem right here, but you couldn't see it, and so that's why I said I've got to go ahead and go back over the stem because it kind of went away. But I did have it, and then it got so light. But yeah, we'll get it back on there. It was right here, and it went this direction, and then it's gone. I had too much water on it. So this is the first time I've done this, guys, so I may not get it right the first time. I'm just going to keep playing with it until I get it.
Liz Armstrong, I just used up my very first jar of Carnival Red. I scraped down the dried paint, added water, and metallic gold. Now I have a jar of watered down copper.
Hey! Love that idea.
Jen Policy, Dionne, I love the videos. You have the heart of a teacher. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You're very welcome. I appreciate you watching and enjoying.
And Wendy Moore says you need to hire an electrician to install more plugs in your studio to charge your phones. I think that was a shot at me.
I'm like, is she joking or is she?
I think she shot across my bow.
I think she did. At my guy who's an electrician.
Robert Gloria says you better add golden ticket on this.
Oh, you think I won't, Robert? Come on.
Tay Rich says definitely looks like peonies.
Oh, thank
like
you.
the texture and
Thank-
values.
Thank you. Like I said, I haven't done this before, so I may have to work on it a little bit, but I appreciate your praise and your support.
Well, I'm gonna give a shout out.
Okay.
All right,
Bring
I'm
it.
gonna give a shout out to Sadie and Sarah.
Hi, Sadie and Sarah.
They're watching tonight and they're having a good time, I think. So
Oh, that's awesome, you guys. Thank you. Are they on Facebook or on YouTube?
they are on YouTube.
Okay, thanks,
I
guys.
think they're related to Tracy.
Tracy.
Turan.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, we got a joke for Sadie and Sarah tonight, and this comes from Gavin.
Okay.
Why can't you trust an artist? Because they're always a bit sketchy, a bit shady, and they will always try to fame you. I think you get the picture. That's good, Gavin. I enjoyed that one.
Nice job, buddy. I gotta look at it over here.
Looks like Blazy Girl 1, you always inspire me. Love, you just go for it.
Oh, thank you. I don't know where this courage has come from, but it's definitely developed over the last few years just to go for it.
I think a lot of it has to come to do with your husband.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. He's such a
Wow.
handsome,
Okay.
brave,
Take it easy.
young man who encourages you to
Wow.
step out of the box and just go for it. I think
Wow.
I think a lot of it, goes to him.
Wow. You're the only one laughing, Woods.
No, I got tons of people that
Do
laugh.
you?
I've got laughing faces going all over. I can't even see it because it's filled with.
Oh,
laughing
well,
faces.
I'm glad that they're enjoying it. You guys, he is so ornery. So I got all my courage from you to go for it, huh?
No, not all of it.
Oh, just part of it.
Just 98% of it.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Bum,
Whoop,
bum,
there
bum.
it is. Oh, this was very nice. Susan Steinberg Prentice,
Hi, Susan.
you are grace in action. This
Oh,
is very nice.
Thank you. I love that word, grace.
Karen Ramsey Rennick, yes, you'll be able to go back and watch all of this, correct?
Yes, always. This here's your favorite paint show, live.
Michelle Barnes says, I grow a peony like your painting.
Oh,
So it's about the same color, I think she's saying.
oh, thank you.
Sadie's really loving, she's fascinated with the flowers, honey. She's really enjoying it.
Well, it's the first time I've ever done this, so you guys.
So basically, Sadie needs to get some paint and some brushes
Yeah.
and just have fun with it, right?
Well, you have to just
You just
start.
gotta go have fun.
You have to start. If you don't ever start, then you'll never know. And I understand what the fear is of never starting, because if you have a dream, you want to do this, but then you don't want to start because what if you start and then you're like, I'm terrible. I did that. I remember on my 30th birthday. Remember, Matthew? I bought all those paints.
No, I do, yeah.
And I put them up, and I was like, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. I'm never doing this again. It took me 7 or 8 years to get those paints back out.
Well, I mean, painting just doesn't happen. You gotta work at it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You gotta practice.
Okay, so I want to now.
Tasha Watkins, she said, well, what did you do to get through it?
Well, I put it up, to be honest with you. I put it up, and I waited for 7 years to get it back out. And I started painting on furniture instead of canvas, and the furniture is what brought it out back in me. working on furniture, that brought it back out in me. And then I translated what I had learned on furniture to artwork. So that's where I am right now. Okay, guys, we clearly need, but thank you for asking. It was a really sweet question. We really need to let this set up. So I think what we'll do is we'll come back tomorrow and we'll work on all these details. I do want to wrap this around this side, mostly. I think just this side. So we'll carry some of the green leaves over to this side and maybe have one more smaller peony. I also am going to add, you know how peony, they grow like on a stem and then they have small, like just perfect, they're perfectly circled blooms. That's what I want to do somewhere in here, probably right here, up in here, and then have the big circles as if they're going to be bloomed, maybe a couple over here as if they're getting ready to explode. But man, this thing needs a lot of white. It needs some black for definition, and I need more variation. But again, once I'm completely finished, I do plan on sanding the whole piece and pulling back some of the under layers, and so it's not quite as pink and green that you see right now. Matthew, if you pull the camera back a little bit, please. But we made big progress tonight, you guys.
More?
Yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. I just need to tilt the camera up because they see most of the floor instead of the piece.
Robert Gloria would like to know who inspired you to paint.
I've just always had a fascination with it. Nobody in my family paints. My grandma Janita, she painted, well, I shouldn't say that. She did paint. She didn't teach me how, but she did have a little desk with all her little bottles of acrylic, and she would paint like on saw blades, and she would paint on like old kettles, old irons, anything that was cast iron. She would paint on those things, like, you know, the old saw blades. She would do that. So I guess I definitely got that from her. But as far as teaching me, I've never had anybody sit down with me and really teach me to do anything. I've just always been fascinated with artwork. When we got our first house, everybody would come over and say, you know, you don't have a whole lot of furniture, but you've got art all over the walls. That was my thing, is that I wanted to find color art for the walls. And so I always had a lot of, I would drag him around to arts festivals when we were, gosh, 17, 18, 19, 20, and we didn't have any money, but I needed to go look at all the artwork at all the art festivals. And I remember thinking, if I could only do this one of these days. And of course, I've still never been a part of an art festival, not because I couldn't, just I hang out online more than anything else. So thank you for asking that. It was a really nice question. So we've got a long ways to go, but we made big progress tonight, you guys, and I am appreciative of you guys continuing to be supportive. We need to frame all this out a little bit. We're going to work on the side. Maybe we may just even flick a little paint. If you've hung around me long enough, you know I like to flick. The background is black. It has periwinkle rolled on with watered down paint. You guys, thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow, Monday, 8:30 Central Time, on both YouTube and Facebook, and maybe even Instagram.
Rita Young asked, can you tell us the standing size again? Standing, I think she meant standing size of the piece.
Oh, hang on. Let me stand by it, because I don't have a tape measure, but I can stand here. Okay, it's definitely 6 feet tall. Yeah, it's 6 feet tall and about 30 inches wide. And inside it's all open, but it has one rod right here in the center that goes from the front to the back. And it has some ornate scroll up at the top, which I know you can't see that right now, but it does have a little bit of ornate pieces molding up at the top, and then it has a really pretty, almost like that pineapple style hardware. You guys, we're definitely going to have to add some golden ticket to it as well. You guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow, 8:30 Central Time. Same place, same time, same two people. Good night.